We are recording. Excellent. So, welcome to, I believe, our fourth AMA. I'm excited to have everyone here. My name is Elder Tree McGee, aka 22E28, or Joseph Yell here in the real world. Yeah, it's awesome to have everyone here. You can type your chat questions into the AMA chat 10-1. This is all about you guys, and it's going to be just a few updates really quick, and then we'll jump into questions. So go ahead and feel free to start typing in some questions, and we'll kick it right off here. So as far as updates go, one of the main things that we've been working on over the past week is really cranking out some new marketing materials, as well as marketing partnerships. Some of them we can talk about, some of them we can't. At least not yet. We'll get to that part. There's several interactions that we're attempting to do with City Roots Foundation, where we're attempting to link up with nonprofits and bring them into the NFT space completely for free, in order to give back to not only the community but the world as well, and also to show the nonprofit space in general that they can fit here and how it's going to work. We've got some ins with some fairly large nonprofits actually. So, but if you guys know of any that would be interesting candidates, or you want us to try and hit up, like, we're more than welcome to just go ahead and ping me, and we can chat about it. So I'm definitely open to alternatives other than the ones we're already hitting up. So we've got a few board meetings coming up, and we'll see where they land. Next bit of news here is on the marketing front is we are currently working on getting some partnerships. If you want a hint, go check out the website. We just updated it a few hours ago. There's a new interaction available with some animation. So you'll get a sneak peek into some of the animations that we're working on here as a part of the NFT itself. So that's always fun. And then we're also going to be releasing a new asset that you guys can share on Twitter or YouTube or TikTok or wherever you want to share it. That should be coming here in the next 24 hours. We'll post it in announcements. It is super clean. I don't know, actually, you know what? We may as well give a sneak peek. What do you think, Switch?
Yeah, I think that's cool.
You cool with that?
There's a video sitting in the asset dev that's primed and ready to go. If you want to share that.
I just downloaded it. Let me share my screen here, and I'll share the video. I moved it. Hold on. It's right here. All right, do that. Share my screen. I will say this is not 100% ready, so just keep that in mind as you're watching it. We are absolutely getting closer. Like I said, there's just a few small tweaks, so you might notice a thing or two that needs a little TLC, and that's all right. We'll get there. All right, you guys should all be able to see this, and it should be clear, I hope. How's it looking?
I can see it.
All right, and can you just tell me if you can't hear it? How about that? So I'm going to go ahead and hit play. Awesome. How's everyone feel about that? Let's get your comments. What do you think? Switch, Lil Bob Ross have been working real damn hard on this piece. Yeah. It should be ready here in the next 24 hours. So we're literally just putting the final, the finishing touches, if you will. So yeah, that should be here by tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening.
We have a couple questions ready to go.
Yeah, let's go ahead and I think that's pretty much it from a marketing standpoint, and everything else is on track. All the other development pieces they're all finished. We are working on a few tweaks just for enhancements, if you will. But other than that, yeah, let's go ahead and go to questions.
Yeah, that was the first question. Are we still on track for launch? Asked by Matt.
Absolutely. Yeah. No matter what, we're not pushing the launch. We are all good to go as far as like the contract and everything else is solid. So we're good to go.
Has there been any utility NFT artwork released to check out?
Yeah, it's on the website, cityroots.io. Utility artwork, though, this is just for clarity.
Yeah. So it might have something to do with, in the event that we create those Unity tokens.
They want the artwork for the utility for the Unity token. Okay, got it. No, we have not completed that yet. Just for clarity, though, that is going to be a single image. Everything is going to be exactly the same about those Unity tokens. We might come up with something fun and just for kind of a little bit of differentials, but the more uniqueness, the more complexity it brings to the model. And honestly, we want to make it really, really simple. So,
okay. Maddie wants to know when shirt.
When shirt. We just ordered the shirts a few days ago. Shirts should be here. I'm hoping for launch, but it looks like it's going to be like public sale launch. They'll get here. And we still have to figure out what that distribution model is for the shirts. So City Roots Crocs.
I love that idea.
We can definitely look into that, Ion.
Another suggestion: should we have a official link channel?
Definitely something that I've brought up before. And we can.
We do have a whole bunch of links hanging out in the welcome, the one with the tree next to it.
The start here.
I'm checking that right now.
Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, it's pretty lengthy though.
No, it says welcome, and there's a tree next to it underneath City Gate, and all of our official links are inside of there.
That's a great call out. Maybe we'll just change that to I'll just add like a little official links dash next to it.
Nice.
Boom, done.
We have a question. When will Underground be ready?
Q1 is when the beta will be ready. Q2 should be when we release public.
Dazerdog wants to know what was the decision to make the Unity token in NFT versus in ERC20?
Great question. So everything that we stand for as far as City Roots goes is just NFTs in general. And so what we wanted to prove out was a model that could work with ERC 721s rather than ERC 20s. And so we effectively just wanted to, frankly, we just wanted to be a little bit unique in that fashion, and just stick true to the NFT space.
Okay.
There's enough coins going around.
Crypto Data 6 wants to say last night you showed a slide with all the city council members on it and even mentioned a link to your LinkedIn account. Will this information be loaded on the website?
Yes, working on that. Actually, I was just working on that a few minutes ago, right before the AMA here. So definitely something we're working on.
Awesome. We've reached the end of our questions.
A city roots model from the white paper. Yeah, we can go over that. Give me a second. Gotta go pull it up here. All right, I assume you are talking about this. Let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit here for everyone. All righty. So, the city roots model. So the first thing that we're starting off with is our elder tree souls. There's going to be 8,000 souls. They will serve as a governance token for the community wallet. So what is the community wallet? Well, that's a place where quite a bit of money will be stored here, and you have the ability to donate, invest, or harvest as a community. Harvest, well, what's that? Harvest is where you can actually pull out of the community wallet, and you can burn what's called Unity tokens in order to pull ETH out of the harvest. So let's run through an example really quick. Based on our current launch model, as soon as we sell out, the community wallet or the community pool will hold about 50 ETH, assuming there's no OpenSea sales, right? So that'll also increase it quite a bit. But 80% of the sales will go to the community wallet, or 80% of the fees, if you will, which will be set to a 5% transaction fee. So, but that money goes to the wallet. So let's say that there's 50 ETH in that community wallet, and there's a vote to invest. Let's say you guys want to take 40 ETH and you want to go buy a Ape Yacht Club or something like that, right? Then you can do that, and then you take the other 10 and you want to harvest it. So then we throw it into the harvest. Everyone will have some Unity tokens airdropped to them on the 1st and the 15th of every month just by holding Elder Tree Souls. So you can choose to take any number of those Unity tokens, and you can burn them in order to get included into the pool. So if I have 5 Unity tokens and Switch has 10 Unity tokens, and we're the only 2 people that put money into the pool, burn tokens into the pool, and there's 10 ETH in there, that means he's going to get 6.66 ETH, and I'm going to get 3.33 ETH, right? Because he put in 10, I put in 5, and that's a total of 15. So you'd get 2/3 and 1/3. So, but those Unity tokens that we used are now burned, right? We don't have them anymore. Unity tokens are going to be tradable, right? Like and purchasable on OpenSea or the underground once it becomes available. So what's the underground? The underground is an NFT marketplace. We're going to compete with OpenSea and Rarible and Nifty Gateway and all these other organizations. And we're going to do so with an integrated experience. We're integrating news, enhanced analytics, and social media into one platform so that you can see everything in context right around what you're trying to buy or sell. And you can do all of your research on the same platform rather than going 10 different places trying to figure out if this is a legit project. And we care about security, so we're in people's safety, so we're going to be in an exclusive launch or an exclusive marketplace rather than inclusive, meaning like OpenSea today, anything that gets minted can be is put up on OpenSea, and people have to request to get things taken down. So people put up a whole bunch of spam, a whole bunch of you know fraudulent things, and in order to get them taken down, you have to request someone from the support team to do so. We're going to take the opposite approach. We're going to take the approach of exclusive inclusion, okay, is what we're calling it, because we're not trying to prevent people from being on our platform. We do, however, want to ensure that our platform is safe. So we want to ensure that any contracts that we're interacting with have been vetted, that that and anybody that jumps onto our platform, like all of the art is not not violating any copyrights, and not too similar to anyone else's art, whatever the case may be, right? We want to make sure we're doing all of those things, and again, just protecting our end users. Our biggest goal is to prevent scams. There's a lot of new people that are going to be entering this ecosystem, and today it's not safe, right? So we want to make it safe for those individuals. And yeah, hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. And all of those profits, by the way, so from the underground, 80% of those profits are going to the community wallet. So that's a pretty major deal.
Awesome, thank you. We have a few more questions that have come in, if you'd like to answer. The first one says, can I transfer Unity tokens in Elder Trees across wallets and addresses?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, standard ERC 721.
Okay. If there are indeed Easter eggs hidden in the Elder Tree souls, will that information be included in the metadata for purposes of determining rarity?
It's not about rarity. It's actually in every single Elder Tree soul at the moment. Is that correct, Lil Bob?
You might be AFK.
Okay, I'm fairly confident it's every single one. It's actually up on the website right now. And I'll tell you what, whoever finds it, I'll give you guys an extra pre-sale slot. You'll know it when you see it too. It's pretty obvious.
Okay. One of the last questions.
Something that's not supposed to be there.
Was
It's not the llama, no. It's not that obvious. It is hidden. It's certainly hidden. You have to go searching through to find it, but it's definitely there.
What is the expected monthly revenue down the track?
That's that's a really, really tough question. And to be honest, we're not even gonna know that right now. We have a lot. Well, we don't even. We're not even
it's
gonna know
unknown,
what our market share
first of all.
is, right?
It's unknown because the community has to determine whether or not they're going to do harvests.
Well, it's not just about the harvest. The revenue. I assumed you were talking revenue around underground. Matt, you want to do a clarification there? And by the way, Matt, you're an elder, man. You can unmute. So yeah, the revenue for the underground, there's just absolutely no way for us to know that at this point because it's about market share. And it's going to be entirely based on the utilization of the platform. And so, because again, we're going community focused, we're trying to get net new people into the space. And we've got a multi-pronged approach in order to do that. A huge part of that is the foundation, and just getting awareness around NFTs, creating net content for new people to learn about the space and to be able to do it safely. And so, but as we increase the number of transactions on our platform, that is what increases the revenue for everything. So I mean, here's the thing: we're brand new into the space. The space has been out for I'm going to say realistically 6 months, where it's actually gotten any traction. And that span of time, I mean, you saw OpenSea go from $400 million a month in sales to 4 billion just last month. And that's just transactions total, right? That does not mean that that's how much revenue they made. That's just transactions. So if you take 2.5% of that, um, let's see. What is that? That's $100 million. So that's no small number um, for a single month's worth of transactions from OpenSea. Um, yeah. So again, it's just about taking a part of that. If we can, there's plenty of space for competitors in this in the NFT world, especially since we're just starting. So, and especially if we can make it community focused, where the money goes back to the community rather than and just to the pockets of some college kid, be pretty good. All right, with the Unity tokens as NFTs, is it possible / in the plans to make them somewhat unique as to take advantage of the standard? Um, yeah, again, there's absolutely the ability to make them somewhat unique. But here's what I don't want to happen. Um, I don't want to create attachment to them because I want people to burn them, right? Like I would hate for people to be like, "Oh man, this one's rare," and then not want to go burn that NFT in order to take money out of the pool. I mean, I guess that's up to them. That's their choice. So we could do something like that. I just really really hate to. Um, it would purely be aesthetic. No, not burning elder trees, burning Unity tokens. Sorry if I misspoke. Um, yeah. So I don't know. I'm against it. We can talk about it if you guys want to convince me otherwise. Then that's totally a possibility. I'm open to the discussion. Just you got to get past that. Um, it being art and people not wanting to burn it or get an attachment to it, and it being worth more, even though it's got the same functional value. But yeah, I'm open to it, I guess. All right, what else you got? No other questions yet. Interesting question. If I saw an elder tree right now, what would I pay for it? Man, um, I can tell you that I'm personally going to attempt to grab 100 trees. um, that's what I'm going to do. um, and I'll have to buy them off of the floor because I know I'm not going to get them from from the public sale. So yeah, I mean, I personally believe this. I believe in the model. That's why I built it. Um, don't know what else to say to that. Matt, actually, so I did see another question that you had there, right? So you saying, are we going to burn elder trees? Did remind me of something. So There is actually at some point in the future a time where we will buy some of the floor from OpenSea in order to burn them and create unique one of ones and auction them off. Um, so those are possibilities as well. And then the capital would go right back to the community pool. Um, so that's some other things that we've got in mind there. But we'll never just like mint more, right? We're going to always burn one of the supply after we purchase it, and then auction.
For collabs, do you have any groups or artists in mind that you're personally looking to work with?
Yeah, we've actually already got some going. Rain, are you on? Do you want to talk about collabs for a minute? Oh, he must not be on. Okay, so yeah, we've got several collabs that we're already working with. And then from as far as like on the what we're calling the underground construction site, that's where we will be working with other artists and other groups in order to try and bring more NFTs into the space, and launch other projects NFTs, and then part of that capital will go to the community pool. Let's go with an example really quick. So we're actually working right now on with an artist, and all he does is just the art, which means that we're going to have to handle. Actually, I got a nice little slide for this. Let me go pull this up really quick. If you're still watching the screen, there should be. Yeah, here we go. So these are all of the pieces that we're going to handle on behalf of other individuals. So as they come in and they're like, hey, we've got some art. Well, it's like, okay, well, we've got marketing, we've got data integration support, we've got support from an end user and community standpoint, and the development of your website and smart contract and whatnot. And so we'll charge for each one of these bubbles that they need help with in order to launch their project. And so let's say anywhere between like 20 and 80%, depending on again how much work we have to do in order to launch it. Now, let's go with an example. Let's say we did a launch of an artist, and he sold it out for, let's say, a total of 100 ETH, right? 80 and we took, as an organization, let's just go with some easy numbers here. Let's say we took 50 ETH. We took half because we helped launch them and whatnot, and we did a lot of work there. So we got 50 ETH as City Roots. Well, 80% of that will go to the community pool. So in this scenario, right, you would end up getting the 40 ETH would go into the community pool just from launching someone else's project. T-Bone, who will get those one of ones? We've got a few models in mind. One is auction, just to raise funds for the community pool. The other is raffle. So we're open to those are the two things floating around right now. We're open to other models if you guys can think of some. And then what's the benefit to the group deciding to buy a Bored Ape with revenue? Again, it would just be an investment. If the community can all agree that they believe a Bored Ape would be worth more time, what we do is we set a buy-in price and we set an exit price. And so if the exit price hits the target rate, then we sell, right? And then now we've got more ETH in the community pool. There's also the ability to override an exit price via vote. So, if the community decides, hey, we'd rather actually just take the money from here, we saw a different opportunity over here, or whatever the case is, we can absolutely sell sooner than the target price, right? So, yeah, if there's projects like Cool Cats where we as a community believe that they're going to go way up, or whatever it is, right? We can go buy some of those items.
Maddie has to say, so like one thing I've seen a few times in the space is teams falling apart from loss of trust, etc. So for someone who maybe doesn't know the team that well, what have you found to be some huge strengths within the team, and why are you guys one of the most solid around?
That's a great question. So um, a good chunk of us have already worked together for uh, over a decade. There's at least five of us, no, seven of us that have been working together for a very long time. Um, and there are um, some newer members to the team that we trust just as much, that we've met in this space and been working with. Even though the time is a little bit smaller, um, they've absolutely proven themselves. Every single person here has proven themselves to be a long-term companion. So whether we sell out on day one or we don't, we're still moving forward with the mission. We're still going to keep plugging away here. We will create value. This is my full time gig. There's six of us that are full time here, and there's seven of us that are part timers. So um, we all believe in the mission. We all believe in what we're doing, and belief is what carries us as a team. Um, and hopefully that helps you get a little visibility. If anyone else wants to answer that as well, by all means. Anyone else on the team? Um, we can leave them open after the event. Sure, I can do that. That's fine. We have an archive section. I'll have to. I'll write that down here, and we'll get on that. Oh, founders only. A founder. Great question. The founders are the Elder Tree sole owners. Just for clarity. So that's what that means. Um, it says for founders only because the DAO will not be developed yet. So what we have to do is use collab land inside of Discord in order to do any voting for now. And then we'll have to execute on the community's behalf using the multi-sig wallet. Cross-chain marketplace. There's definitely plans for it, but it's gonna be a ways out. There's a lot that has to get done, and just the basics is gonna. I mean, like getting out of beta in Q1 is gonna be a pretty tight timetable as it is, just with getting the basics, and then um, once we have our basics in place, then absolutely scalability and cross chain integration is on our roadmap. It's got to be farther out because there's no way we can launch with that. Um, yeah. So after launch, can I keep more than 25 elder trees in my wallet? So absolutely, and actually, so just for a clarity point on that, it's only 25. The limit is only 25 for pre-sale. So it's actually, I think, 100 during public sale. Not I think, it is. So it's 100 during public sale. So even if you had 25 during the pre-sale, as soon as public sale goes live, you could absolutely hold. You can purchase up to 100. Like, you won't be able to purchase anymore in a single wallet beyond 100. Um, but you could go to OpenSea and transfer, meaning you could purchase from OpenSea because it's technically a transfer action, not a mint. So we're only limiting the mint transaction to be the 25 and 100. Yeah, there is a limit on the launch. Yep. The current NFT marketplace is not all that user friendly when it comes to onboarding new users. For example, all you have to do is download MetaMask, set up your wallet, buy some ETH, transfer, connect to your wallet, and set to buy. Oh yeah, I forgot. If you want to bid on some NFTs, you'll have to wrap ETH in the WETH. Now you're ready. Are there any plans to make this simpler process for the casual collector? Yeah, no worries, man. You know, there is, but we have to. So it won't be at launch, right? I mean, because here's the thing: we can't become a KYC. Like, I don't want to get into the KYC stuff. Um, so now, not to say we won't get there long term, because we absolutely have to be there long term. But we don't. We got to get some things in place on the decentralized side first before we get into all of that. We want to get a true DAO up and running for the whole organization of City Roots before we do any sort of KYC integrations. Um, yeah, just for protection of the community. Um, yeah, so we want to get we got a long way to go before we talk about making that process simpler, if you will. But as far as like the whole bidding thing, I believe that's just because what they do is they actually use an L2 solution, not a true L2 solution, but they do their own version of an off-chain calculation. That's why you have to go into WETH in order to bid. Um, it's so that they can run their own gas fees. I'm fairly certain that's the case. And so they just kind of manage that on their own servers. Um, there's no reason. Um, we can we can look into it, but it's not. I highly doubt that we're going to be able to do anything there. Um, we might not do the WETH. Like, we would probably still do like bidding in ETH or whatnot, but um, I don't see why bids even really need to be on chain. Um, so I don't know why they use WETH, to be honest. It's something that we'll have to look into once we get there. Not your keys, not your crypto. I lost you, T-Bone.
Or like a lot of times common people like, oh, it's username, password and all, right? But then you don't hold the keys. So like everyone has to learn MetaMask. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, it is a problem, right? Like, everyone has to learn MetaMask. Absolutely. If you want to get into ETH. um, yeah, no, it's the best we can do is at least provide uh, some top quality training materials in order to make that process at least understandably easier. Um, again, maybe not perfect, but hopefully easier. But there's no reason, long term we can't integrate with Coinbase, integrate with MetaMask directly in of some form through, so that you're not using like the MetaMask um, transact or integrate with whatever the heck we want to, right? I mean, it doesn't really matter, so that we're handling transactions directly within uh, the underground, and then you can connect, to your ledger or your Trezor um, directly from there without going to MetaMask. I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen in that time, right? That's like 2-3 years out. The space can change dramatically in that time. After minting is done, will the community pool be funded exclusively on secondary sales? No, there's several items that actually fund the community pool. If we go back to here, you can head down to the filling the community pool. So naturally, you've got the minting purchases, you've got OpenSea sales, and then you've got the City Roots Underground as well. So keep in mind, Underground is more than just the marketplace. It's also construction. So anytime that we launch a project and make money off of that project, 80% of that will go to the community pool. And then anytime that we do, like if we burn some of the NFTs and then do some auctions of 101s, anytime that we want to fill the pool that way, we can do it there too. And then naturally, obviously, if there's any sort of investment going on in the community pool itself, that may be able to help, again, if we make some smart decisions. How many whitelist spots are available? That's a good question. I think we're only a quarter filled at the moment, so we're only I think there's like 1,500 left or so, and those are about to go to one of our not all of them, but a good chunk of them are about to go to one of our partners. So we should be getting pretty close in the next few weeks as soon as we kind of close some of these deals. And then how to get more slots in the pre-sale. There's several opportunities available. One of them is to just, if you're active in some of the voice chats while the guys are playing games, or if you're active in the community itself, you can get additional slots. You've already got the Elder role. That should have gotten you like an extra slot. Giveaways. We actually give away slots quite frequently. Tony, buddy, I'm gonna mute you if you bring it up again. That's up to Matt. I'm sorry, it's up to Kurgami and Wolf. And if we sell out, how much ETH will be channeled into the community pool? So if we sell out, it's 50 ETH goes to the community pool. Just join the yeah, no worries. Yeah, Nifty Gateway, Rarible. I mean, there's several other smaller ones that are just getting going, like we are. And we'll have to see. Time will tell who's got the better operating models and who can actually execute, because it's all about the execution. Initial plans for the 50 ETH, that's absolutely up to the community. It's going to be up to the first vote. So we're not making plans for that ETH. It's entirely up to the community. We want to ensure that that you guys get full say. Yeah, Crypto, great question. So how do we plan on overcoming and winning the market share? That's actually one of our biggest plans, is the fact that this is community-based growth, right? So we're going for an organic growth model where we truly listen and interact with the community, but also stand for more than just money. We're launching projects. We're creating an entire ecosystem here. And in doing so, that's how we're going to take over the market share, especially as people realize that they can start to actually make money off of their own transactions that they're going to make on our platform, rather than using. If they're going to go buy and sell somewhere, they may as well make some money off of it while they're doing so, and they may as well tell their friends to do the same. The other thing that we're planning on doing is, there will be eventually other NFTs that we launch that will get you Unity tokens. So there will be other opportunities for Unity tokens to get airdropped. We're never going to allow the DAO to get more than the Elder Tree Soul holders are going to be the only ones for the DAO. But as far as the gaining more Unity tokens, there will be opportunities for that based on future airdrops. We will ensure that we balance the ecosystem appropriately, that our founders still have the most value. Those are absolutely top of mind. The modeling of these things, the gamification of it, these are my, I'll say, areas of expertise. And I'm more than happy to talk through that with anybody once we get to that step. We're nowhere near that step, so I wouldn't worry about it too much at the moment. What will be sold on? Oh, actually, I missed one. Any issues with OpenSea? Income was taken off of OpenSea because of the DeFi element. I Are you saying like, is there any issues with? Do you think they're going to try and pull our content off of OpenSea?
Oh yeah, they did it for income. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely been in the back of my head, and it's one of the originally, Linda, if any, for those of you who are around since the beginning, it was the reason I didn't want to announce Project X, was because of that fear, exactly. So we're trying to be very cognizant of that reality. So we don't. That's why we're not going for. We're not trying to go and hype the project at a crazy amount, because all hype is going to do is drive a possibility that could occur. So yeah, I mean, I can't answer that. Obviously, we hope that doesn't occur. At the same time, there's yeah, there's not anything we could do about it, and that's part of the problem too, right? Like, that's why I was mentioning earlier this idea of exclusive inclusivity, where yeah, we won't allow anybody to just be on our platform. However, if you ask and you meet our guidelines, like, cool, jump on. Like, we're not gonna deny people that are genuine. So even if it was a competitor that was like, hey, we want to go build our own marketplace, I don't believe that we would halt them from being on the platform personally. Um, that's their prerogative. Like, that's a part of the space. That's uh, competitors are not a bad thing. Um, in any space, what they do is they challenge each other. They provide opportunities of growth, and they hit different niches usually. So there's a lot of growth and health to competitors. Now I can't say the same about what OpenSea does. Obviously, that's out of our control, but it's definitely in the back of my mind. So what will be sold on the underground marketplace? Again, think of it as an OpenSea. We're going to be doing buy, sell, trade, um, bid, auction, whatnot. The same things you can do on OpenSea. Um, let's see what else we got here. Switch, you want to take that question from CryptoDad?
Yeah, I'm typing it in. All right, we're going to take 5 more minutes of questions here, and then we're going to call it. Get your last questions in. Did you see the suggestion by Stree?
Let's see. I don't follow what you're saying there, Sri. Let's see. I'm gonna just unmute you, Sri, if you have a mic. Can you chat? You have to unmute yourself now, I think. Sri, are you able to unmute yourself? Yeah, hold on. Let me just do this. I'm going to temporarily give you the elder role, and then you should be able to unmute. Go ahead now.
It said it's not convenient.
Yeah, it should work now, though.
They're not going to
No,
comply.
he's saying he can't.
Okay. Yeah, I gotcha. I misread. Quick recap of any major points for those of us that came in late. Let's see. The new marketing materials coming out in the next 24 hours that should be very, very helpful. We've got some partnerships that we're pretty close to signing with that should get us quite a bit more people in the door here. Several thousand people, if not more. We've got we went over the underground and how all that works. This is all recorded, so people can listen in if they would like. After we'll go ahead and post it. What's the level of enthusiasm from other NFT projects about working with the underground? So we new artists are thrilled entirely, right? Because it means that they don't have to go try and find all of the pieces necessary in order to launch a project. We're not at a place yet where we're comfortable reaching out to other NFT projects that are existing because we need something to be ready, and that'll happen once we get our news kicked off. So, and then as soon as we're done with launch, we're going to create a plan to get the news station up and working, and that will allow us to provide articles around up and coming blue chips that we believe in, feedback around current NFT projects that are launching, scores around their community score, their art score, and utility score, and we'll have like their people's personal thoughts from our curators. So our curators are people that we have grown and agreed to trust when it comes to giving some feedback on some of these projects, and have gone through some sort of vetting process. Again, all these things are still kind of in flux here, but as we launch that news platform, then it's the first phase in order to get people interested in desiring to be on our news station, if you will, and we can actually start capturing content directly from each of the projects, saying, okay, what are the next, what's the next, top 3 things that you're excited about your project for. And then just having a repository where anybody can go and see all of the projects that are out there and sort through them and just have a nice, quick, easy interface for people to actually determine again what projects are out there and what are some of the thoughts of the people in the community and then be able to see some of those scores and averages and whatnot. So hopefully it'll that's phase one, and then the next phase would be actually bringing up the taking all that content and integrating it into the marketplace itself, so that we can have it all rate alongside the collection.
Is there an awareness of Underground?
Sorry, what's that, Switch?
Is there an awareness of the Underground?
Awareness from whom?
This was a question posted by Matt.
Recordings are not posted yet. There's one recording that we have on YouTube at the moment. I don't recall where we posted the link. Maybe Kurgami or Switch, you guys know?
I think we have a channel for AMA recordings right here in Discord.
Yeah, he posted it. He posted it in reply.
Okay. The marketing material, we're going to upload it to YouTube, and then we'll distribute it from there, so people can, embed it or do whatever they want to do with it. It'll also be on the website. See, Sri, that's a good call out. So there's a reason that's one of the reasons why the Unity tokens are not on are like so the Elder Tree souls have nothing to do with the financial side. So you do not get any financial benefit from holding an Elder Tree soul. You will only get financial benefit from holding an a Unity token. All right, guys, my voice is getting a little dead here. Got a nice little cold, so I'm gonna get off. I appreciate all of you guys jumping in here. Appreciate all your questions. Gami, anything you wanna do/say?
So usually, what's today? Friday. Usually today is game night. I'm actually about to get home soon, but if you guys want to stop by, figure out, play some games, just chat with us. We usually chill on Fridays. October 6th, we are doing what is it? APAC? Is that how you say it? We're doing an APAC friendly region AMA. So it's going to be 7 in the morning for me. I'm probably not going to be able to make it because I don't wake up that early. So if you know anyone that lives in the UK or anyone that's not, if it's 10 p.m. for me right now. So if it's too late for someone else in the UK, let them know. We'll be doing an AMA for them on the 6th of October. But other than that, you know what I'm saying. Those people over there. So I don't know. Just if you guys are interested in the project and you like it and you're bullish and you're excited, just try to get your friends in here. Let them know, because once those pre-sale slots are filled, that's pretty much it. So that's all I wanted to say.
Awesome. Thank you for coming. We appreciate all the questions that have come through, and hope you all have an awesome weekend. And perhaps we'll see some of you all in the game event that we're having later.
Anyone that's in here and is not a citizen, thank you for joining. You're getting a pre-sale slot. If you're not a citizen, stay in here so afterwards, so I can figure out who's not a citizen, and you will have access to hit a pre-sale slot if you like. I'm gonna bump up everybody. All right, I'm gonna stop recording here.